Hey, what's going on, my fellow collectors? How y'all doing out there? Hope you guys are all doing well. This is Regan. Thanks for tuning back into our channel. In today's video, we are going to unbox and review this newly released figure of Hot Toys, and this is none other than Shang-Chi from the movie itself, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, MMS 614, a 1/6 scale collectible figure. And before we start, if you're new to our channel, please don't forget to subscribe and press the notification bell if you want to get notified once we upload a new video, especially Hot Toys. Okay, without further ado, let's dive in. Alright, so this is the art box. I would say it looks fantastic. It's clean and pretty straightforward, I would say. And they used the picture of the lead actor of the film, Simu Liu. I really like those golden color print of the name or title, those details, kind of like embossed, print. And the color really matches the outfit of the character, or the whole film, And some logo at the back of the picture. It's simple, but it's catchy. However, they didn't use a picture of, the figure. So probably something it's not probably accurate there. So anyway, we will see that, once we open it. Okay, let's remove the first cover of the art box, and here you go. Well presented, and packaging is pretty neat as well, and a simple logo of Shang-Chi on the art box. Okay, let's open it. Wow, so let me show you guys first the instruction sheet. So not much, but there's a lot of accessories, so make sure to check it out so you won't break any accessories there. Okay, starting off with the extra joint, 2 pieces right here. Next up is 4 pairs of extra interchangeable hands with different gestures, skin tone and texture. I think it looks great. Next up right here is a pair of extra interchangeable forearms with the 10 rings attached to it. I think it's fixed, or probably could move it, and I would say it looks fantastic. And it's really nice that they made this kind of accessories, but at least we don't need to fix it every time it's not aligned from the forearms, which is really good. Right here is the ring power attacking effect that could be attached to the forearms. It's translucent, 2 pieces, and it has some movable parts or detachable parts, so later we're gonna check it out. Next up right here is a separate 10 rings that could be attached to one of the power effect accessory, attacking effect. I believe this one has some luminous effect, so if you have the black light or UV light, you could use that. And later we're gonna check it out. It looks pretty solid to me. It doesn't feel like it's gonna break it easily, and the details looks fantastic. Next up right here is the necklace of Shang-Chi, or the Eye of the Dragon pendant. I think it looks really cool, and with that rubber band lace that you could easily attach on his head. And before I take it out figure, let me show you guys the underneath packaging that has more accessories. Okay, so first up right here is the waist holder. Right here is the dynamic pole. Next up right here is another translucent power attacking effect accessories that we could use for that separate 10 rings. It has 2 pieces, so 5 rings each. And I would say it looks fantastic and it's pretty solid. Next up right here is another power effect accessories with 5 rings attached to it. I think it's fixed, but this one could only be used only if Wenwu figure is here, because this is the scene where they were fighting using that 10 rings. And last but not the least for this underneath packaging is Shang-Chi's staff, 2 pieces with different design or color, because the other one has more solid color, whereas the other one has more translucent or transparent design, because he uses this one when he fought Wenwu on the battle scene, right? And that wooden part details, I would say it looks terrific. And finally, the figure. I'm excited to see this one. I'm excited to play with this figure. So let's check it out, those plastics first. Here we go, and I would say it looks fantastic. So let me check those articulation, but let me get first the base. Yeah, I think it's pretty decent. It looks pretty cool. So I think that's it. So I think that's pretty much everything included in the box. So now let's check the articulations. Okay, let's check the articulations. I would say it looks terrific. From the head, you can see that it has a perfect range of motion. You could point it to every direction, also because it has that extra joint on the neck part for a better articulation. Next is the arms. I would say fantastic. However, I find some issue on the left arm, probably because probably some QC problem, because I can't raise it to 90 degrees. Definitely because of the suit, but I think it's not really a big deal because the other angle are almost perfect, like front, the back, swivel, and the elbows. You probably not gonna like the elbows showing the joint, but in my honest opinion, I think it's not really a big deal because it's double jointed. It's also good for doing some poses, which is dynamic poses, which is really nice. I really like it. Moving on to the waist part articulations, I think it looks incredible because you could twist it all the way to the side, both sides, and there's no parts that blocking the range of motion, which is amazing. Crunch in, arch, and side crunch, I would say perfect. Okay, so let's move on to the legs articulations. I would say it looks incredible. You could really do some nice split right there, and it really holds the positions once you lay the legs. I think it's really good for doing some dynamic poses, especially some kick poses, right, which is really cool. The knee joint, I would say it looks amazing because of the double jointed. Of course, that's very important, especially for some kneeling down poses. And for the ankle part, I would say it looks great. However, there's some limits on doing some tilt to the side, but the flex and point are totally fine. Also the twist, but I don't know why they chose a different joint, especially for standing position. That one's very important. Anyway, I think that's it for the articulation. So now let's try to check those details of this figure, or like let's try to review it, every parts of this figure. Okay, starting off with the shoes, I would say it looks fantastic. The details looks great. I think it is very accurate from the film. However, it's not branded because it's supposed to be an Air Jordan shoes, but of course they're not gonna use that because that's another license. They're not gonna use that logo. But I think the details and the weathering looks amazing. Next up is the pants. I would say it looks great. I think I really like the fit to the figure. The tailoring looks fantastic. I think it's pretty accurate from the film. Next up is the upper suit or his costume. I would say it looks amazing. I think this one is made out of rubber spandex material, or kind of like mix of leather and rubber material, but it doesn't feel like it's gonna break easily or like rip off easily. It looks durable to me when I touch it. But just be careful of course on the temperature of your display, your place, because this one is rubber, so you might gonna have some discoloration over time. So hopefully it's not, or some it's gonna stick each other. I mean, it's gonna stick to each other, like those parts, especially on the armpit. So just be careful on that. Try to observe that. But the overall look of the costume, I would say it looks pretty accurate from the film, especially the patterns, the details. I really love it. I think it's really nice. So overall, it looks amazing, guys. And lastly, the head sculpt, I would say it looks fantastic. However, there's something off, on the face or on the look of this figure. Probably the shape is a little bit different, and also the texture and the skin tone, just a little bit, but the likeness, the resemblance to Simu, to the actor, I think it's already there. Probably 85 to 90% accurate, but there's something, especially the paint applications. I mean, it looks okay, but it's a little bit pale. It's a little bit soft. It doesn't look like the Hot Toys quality, the standard, in my honest opinion. That's how I see it because it's in my hand. I could see it closely. Even if you watch my video right now, you could see something off, something different, on the look of the head sculpt. Something not accurate there. So probably Hot Toys could see that. It's just that maybe they don't mind it. I'm not sure, maybe. Alright, now let's check those accessories and attach to the figures. This necklace, I think it's okay even if you don't remove the head sculpt. I think you just need to stretch the the lace, and I think it's fine. I just need to remove the head sculpt because to remove the plastic, so at least it's more cleaner to watch it. Next up is this ring power effects accessories. Let's attach those rings into it. I find it really cool because I thought it's magnetically designed, but once you attach those rings, it's really fit to the mold. It's not gonna fall easily, and it's really cool. And this rings has some luminous effects, so if you have black light or UV light, you could use that and it's gonna glow a little bit, and it's really cool. And after we attach those rings to the power effect accessories, we could now attach it to the hands or to the wrist, which is really cool because you could do a lot of poses using these power effect accessories. And if you're going to attach it to the fist gesture, just find the right position to really fit in, because it's not just gonna shoot it and that's it. It might gonna fall off because it's quite loose inside the hole, that power effect accessory, so you have to find the right position. But you have another option. You could remove the head gesture and then shoot that to the wrist or to the forearm, but just be careful, just to remind you, be careful on putting it because it might gonna damage the edge of the wrist part, the paint application. Just like mine, it ripped up because probably mine has some sharp parts, so that's why it's like that. You just do it slowly, so at least it's not gonna damage those paint application. But once you attach it, it's gonna be really cool. This another ring power effect accessory has some detachable parts, so you have two options to use it. So it's either you're gonna use the top part, the 3 rings, to put it in the forearms, or you could use the whole thing for some jumping poses, some firing effect, which is really cool. And again, as I mentioned earlier, this ring power attacking effect could only be used once we have the Wenwu figure to do some battle poses between Shang-Chi and Wenwu, so we could attach that magnetic design to the effect, which is really cool. Now I'm gonna try to attach this pair of forearms with the 10 rings attached to it, and just don't be afraid to remove that other forearm. Just flick it all the way to the back. I think it's gonna be really easy. So here you go, that's how it looks like. So now you could attach, or you could put whatever hand gesture you like on the forearms. I think it's going to look great, but I used the open hand or the holding the staff gesture, so I could use right away the staff or the stick, which is really cool. I'm excited to do some poses on this one. I think that's it. And my overall thoughts on this Shang-Chi figure, I would say it is absolutely amazing. Definitely a must-have to any hardcore fans of Shang-Chi out there, or if you really like the movie, if you're really a fan of Shang-Chi movie, then I think you should really get this one. However, there are some flaws, on this figure that you might not like it, especially that head sculpt. If you want that likeness, that 100% resemblance to Simu, of course, you might gonna disappoint on this one. You might not gonna like it. Probably not gonna buy it anymore. But overall, if you want to play around, if you want to have a Shang-Chi figure, especially once you get that Wenwu figure, of course you could display it together, then it's gonna be really cool, right? Or you could display it together with the other Avengers, which is really nice, because we don't know if Shang-Chi is also going to have another movie, another film, or if Hot Toys is going to make another Shang-Chi figure, probably a different head sculpt, a better head sculpt, we don't know. But for now, I think this one is really nice already. It's a great looking figure. If you really like the movie, I think this one is amazing. I think you will have fun, playing with this figure, and you're gonna love it. I think that's all, folks. So let me know what you think about this figure. Feel free to comment down below. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. Until then, see you in the next one. Peace.